Hello, and welcome to my first mini update for Summer Sock Camp 2024. So this is my first year joining in properly. I've wanted to join in before. I'm hopeless at make-alongs. I never finish on time, or I don't get organised in time. There's always something that stops me from joining in. But this year, I've been watching Kay's podcast again pretty religiously, and seeing the build up and the excitement and the hype for Summer Sock Camp has got me so excited and inspired. Plus, I'm getting a lot more balanced days with my making time. So yeah, I'm going to do a little update. I'm not sure if it's going to be each week, each fortnight, but this is the end of the first week and I'm on a bit of a high, so I'm going to share it with you about Summer Sock Camp and what I'm working on. Well, I tell you what, I am off to a cracking start. I am so pleased with my progress so far. So Summer Sock Camp started on Friday the 24th of May. It's now Saturday the 1st of June, so we're into the second week, but I haven't done much today, so I thought I've got the opportunity to record today and to do my update. So first of all, are you ready for this? I finished a sock. How cute is that? I've decided I can live with the messy speckles. If you watch my podcast, you'll know I was a little bit disappointed in this yarn because unlike the ones I did for Jude, which were really nice and crisp and clean, the solid colours have got these mistake speckles in them, but it's pretty consistent throughout the skein, so I think I can live with that. I don't feel that this is how it's meant to be. The ball band certainly didn't show any speckles on the solid colours, so I've actually done this sock for me. This is a sock for me for once, which very rarely happens. It's just my simple vanilla top down heel flap gusset sock. I am going to keep this one for me, and its partner is here. Here we go. I have zoomed quite a way down the leg, as you can see if I hold it up. I've got about 10 more rounds to go before I break for the heel. So that's very exciting. I'll be getting that done. I thought I'd this week share what I've been thinking about a lot is finishing sock whips off and using this as an opportunity to really crack the sock whip. So I just need to get in here. So here is the first sock of my mum's pair, which actually I could put on the blocker, couldn't I? This was the first sock. So there we go. So we've got two hose, one more, and it'll be positively festive. And have I got the other one in here? No, I don't have the other one in here. I thought this bag had all my sock whips in. That's very peculiar. I wonder what I've done with all my sock whips. What I'm going to be doing is trying to finish some existing sock projects off. So when I've got this one, I'm not necessarily going to work solely on this one and then move on to the others, because this is a vanilla sock and I can do it at any point. It's great TV knitting, it's great dog walking knitting, but I do have some beautiful pattern socks to work on as well. So I think my focus for this next week is going to be getting the Vervain socks finished, which is from 52 Weeks of Socks, volume 1, and finishing the Over the Ocean socks for my son. So that's two pattern socks, so one adult, one child. So those are going to be the ones I kind of focus on, which is exciting. Everything's exciting, just be aware of this. And then I started thinking about, well, once I actually get some of those off and we're into June now, I can redo my summer yarn basket. Let me get it and I can show you. So I have found my sock sack, so I can show you what I'm talking about now. Here we go. So in this little bag here, spotty bag, which is one of the very first little project bags I ever made, I'm quite proud of it still. I kept it for me, is my Over the Ocean sock. I've only got half of the first one done. You can see the really pretty pattern there. So this is by Cat Crafty Knits. And I'm partway down the heel flap. I just stalled on this one because the fit wasn't right for my son. It was too small, and we didn't really get any further. But I'm going to try it again and see what happens. So this is my Under the Sea colourway. It's quite greeny. It looks really blue on my camera, but there is a lot of green in there as well, which is why I picked it for Over the Ocean. Here is the second sock for my mum. So if I pop that on the blocker now, you can see how far I've got. So that's how far I've got with the second sock for my mum before running out of yarn, and I have completely run out of yarn. So I've just got, I think, 2 more rounds of the gusset to do, and then the heel and then the foot. So I'm hopeful that they will be off the needles by the next time I speak to you. I just need to get that yarn back. So I'm going to put the first sock now with that, and that's in a bag that Jem, the little grey girl, gave me. I don't think she does the tweed ones anymore. Then in here, we've got intersections, which was my first ever toe up sock. And this is from 52 Weeks of Socks Volume 1 as well. Again, I don't know why I've stalled on this one. I do. I made a mistake. I missed a cable here. And I was trying to decide whether I could bother to pull it out, and I've dillied and dallied over it, and I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to pull it out. I'm just going to finish knitting it. So this is intersection. It's got this beautiful interlocking cable pattern, and that is living in my Snuggly Stars bag. What's that? It's a burr. Again, a wrist bag by Snuggly Stars Yarns. It did have a little progress keeper on it, but I've taken it off and used it for something. And this is in West Yorkshire Spinners Cornflower. So that is also on my radar to finish. I'm not going to do these in any particular order. These are 2 sample socks that I did for the shop that just need their partners, little vanilla ones. So I'm thinking that when I've got my vanilla heart and head over heels one finished, I might move on to making the partners for these and just see if I can get those ticked off during the summer. So this one is, I want to say it's pheasant. Could be mallard. I'm pretty sure it's pheasant. And this one is kingfisher. I've then also got a half sock somewhere that I've lost, which again is vanilla, in this one, which is, I'm pretty sure this one's Winter Icicle by Winwick Mum. I think. Could be Blue Lagoon. But they're West Yorkshire Spinners. Anyway, I use a lot of West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. I love it. So I need the partner for that. So that's like 4 vanilla pairs that need doing. Another wrist bag. This one I actually bought for my son to play with because he was forever stealing mine, but he's lost interest, so I've got it back. This is my first attempt at a pattern sock. It's a Winwick Mum pattern. It's the J pattern for the J yarn. So I've got that one as well. That's the J yarn. Again, West Yorkshire Spinners. The bag is by Bellica Yarns. I really like it because it's got this little snap fastening. It looks like I'm going to tear it. So you can open it up or you can have it over your wrist as a wrist bag, which I quite like. So there we go. So I've got 3 wrist bags for 3 sock projects on the go for walking the dog. Yeah, I think that's about it for in there. So my plan is to get as many of those done as possible. And then once I've done that, I'm going to treat myself. I think I'm going to treat myself regardless. I think I'm going to treat myself next week to starting and setting up my summer yarn basket. So if I take out the new yarns I bought, we can look at the yarns that I've got here already. Is that it? Is that? Yeah. So my summer yarn basket is actually, spring yarn basket is actually quite depleted. I've managed to work on a lot of yarn from in here. I've done, and I've added yarn to it as well before the spring. So yeah, the sock camp is 80s and 90s themed. So I really want to kind of lean into that and bring out all my fun, bright coloured sock yarns. I'm very excited about this. So I'm going to, for example, these 2 are going to stay in here because to me they just scream 90s in the colours. So you've got this one which is called Pastellium and this one is called Merfolk. They're both by Fiberpunk, one of my dearest friends. He's a very talented dyer, does a lot of self-striping, and I have been hoarding them. One of them I bought from the yarn dispensary when we had him as a guest dyer, and the other one was a gift as a thank you. I can't remember which one was which, but either way, one was a thank you and one was a that. So I've got this, and I started pulling out some yarns. I shouldn't be doing this because I'm not allowed to set up my new basket yet, but I started pulling out some yarns to play with. I've got this one, which reminds me of a macaw, to be honest. It's a rainbow. Again, this one was a gift from a little grey girl. It doesn't have a colour on it. And I just absolutely love it. She started doing self-striping as well, and she does really beautiful colours. And there we go. I don't think this is a self-striping one. I think this is variegated. It's one, she gave it to me because it's beautiful. She knew I'd like it, but also it's not a colour she wanted to repeat. It didn't feel like a colour that fit with her and her aesthetic and her diary, essentially. So I gladly took that off her hands. Thank you very much. And then I bought this one from one of her trunk shows that she had at the yarn dispensary, and it's the Sherbet self-striped sock set. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, and they remind me a little bit of flying saucers, these colours. So I think that counts as 90s. And then to totally embrace the rainbow, this one Jude gave me by Spotted Circus Yarns. I think there's a Fibre Circus podcast. I wonder if that's still going. I'm pretty sure Jude got this from Summer Sock Camp. No, not Summer Sock Camp. Super Summer Knit Together a few years ago. I'm pretty sure it's an American dyer, which is very exciting. So I think maybe my summer is going to be about rainbows and just an absolute riot of colour. I'm not putting them in my basket yet. I'm not allowing myself to. The other one I've got in my basket still that might stay there is Cherry Blossom, which I put in there as a spring one. But I think the colours, again, could equally work for 90s. So you've got kind of that grey with another colour going on. And that's by Giddy Yarns. I've been saving this Gobstopper ball. They sell so quickly at shows, and I've been saving this since East Anglia Yarn Festival 2022. My children bought this for me as a Mother's Day gift. So I'm really looking forward to knitting with this, and these will be socks for me. So that's still in my basket. And yeah, I've got some other bits in there as well that I've bought to do for baby knitting. I was going to be focusing on baby knitting this summer for all the babies that have come, and I think I still will, but I'm really looking forward to filling up my basket with sock yarn. So that's the first update. I've got 2 half socks completed. I've almost got 2 more half socks half completed, and I've got a load of works in progress to work on. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually get a board together. I need to buy a new whiteboard or clean the old whiteboard and sort it out, and actually create it and fill in some stats and things. So that's my start of Summer Sock Camp, my week 1. It probably doesn't look like a lot, especially when you consider that Kay's already on her 33rd pair of socks for the year. But I knit a lot of other things as well. I do other crafts, and I don't get a lot of time where I am in my life right now. So I think I just need to be very proud of what I've achieved so far. So yeah, that is my week 1 update, and I will see you either next week or in a couple of weeks. We're going to see how this fits in with my schedule, because I obviously upload a video once a week already anyway. I don't know how easy it will be for me to continue an extra upload, so we'll see. But anyway, I hope you're having a great weekend. Are you joining in with Summer Sock Camp? Have you never knit socks before? Do you want to knit socks? Tell me all the things below, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.